What's going on, guys? JSGC 171 here, and we're here for another Manchester City transfer update. The last one before the new season starts, but it's going to continue obviously till the end of the transfer window, so let's crack on. We'll start with the ins because there's not a lot to talk about. We're not signing anyone this week. I'm not expecting us to sign anyone in the coming week or so, but we are getting linked with a couple of players, so we'll clear that up. First up, the dragging on series of Alexis Sanchez. Now, I'm not expecting him to join Man City this summer. I think he personally is going to stay at Arsenal and then possibly sign a new contract with Arsenal, or possibly leave on a free next year. I think more likely he'll leave on a free next year if he wishes, but we can't tell until how he does with Arsenal and how he feels, so won't know that one. But I don't think he'll join Man City. I don't think Man City are going to splash out 50 million on another player. We've already spent, what, 200 million-ish? There or thereabouts. So I don't think Man City are going to spend a lot more. I think they might spend another 20 or 30 million pound on a player, but I don't think that'll come up front. And personally, I think Man City are waiting on selling a few players first before that ends up happening. But the Alexis Sanchez deal feels like it's miles away. They can't agree a fee. They don't want to sell. And personally, I don't really see why Man City need to sign a wide player, really. I'd rather sign... We don't really need an attacker when it comes to it, really. So that deal, I don't really see it. Personally, I feel like Alexis Sanchez will either stay at Arsenal, then leave on a free, or he'll sign a new contract with Arsenal. Now, that links us with another player. So we've been linked with Kylian Mbappe of Monaco. Everyone knows all about him. 160 million rated player. Really quick, fantastic eye for goal, and very expensive and very young. For a player that's only been on the scene now for less than a year, to be quoting 160 million pounds is a lot of money, and I know why Monaco have done that. They've done it for two reasons. Number one, they don't want anyone paying. They know that no one's going to pay 160 million pound, so that's why that fee's there. And also with the Neymar transfer going through at PSG, and PSG getting heavily linked with Mbappe, they shoved a price tag there that's very similar to that of Neymar, which shows just how important Mbappe is to Monaco. So that transfer will be very difficult for Man City to get over the line. They haven't really got 160 million pound to spend without having to sell some players and play within the financial rules. And I think Pep Guardiola personally is going for a team effort rather than trying to sign individuals, which is what Paris are kind of doing at the moment. So that's the attackers linked with. Inigo Martinez has been linked with Barcelona. Apparently the deal's fallen through there, so that might have another opening for Man City there. I mean, he's valued between 20 and 30 million pound. We need a centre-back. When we got three, and plus a Dara Bioyo, so there's four. I mean, obviously homegrown. Personally, I don't have a problem with having three centre-backs and a homegrown player who was playing two at the back, but it seems Guardiola is insistent on doing two at the back in some games and three at the back in others. If we're going to play three at the back, we personally do need another centre-back, because we've lost Kolarov, so we've lost that guy there now. We've not got a cover for left-back, so we need a left-sided player. So Martinez may well fit that bill, sorry. But we've also been linked with one more player. We've been linked with Ben Gibson. Again, he's available, perhaps for 20, 30 million pound. English, homegrown player. Played a season in the Premier League. Quality backup. A lot of money for a backup, if I'm being completely honest. Apparently Middlesbrough, what an extraordinary bid. How much extraordinary is, I don't know, but I think 30 million pound for a championship player is more than extraordinary. I think that's darn ridiculous, if I'm completely honest with you. Apparently they want 40 million pound. You know, they're not going to sell him, and it's really, you know, not really doing anything for his career either. You know, playing in the championship, he's just broken into the England side. He's trying to get into the England side. World Cup next year, he does not need to be playing championship football. Perhaps he needs to force through a move. A City going to come in for him? Perhaps. Now, that's it for incoming. There isn't anything else. So we'll move to the outgoings, because there's a lot to get through, actually. First up, now we've been linked with selling Nasri for a free contract. Now, City want £10 million for Nasri. So, some Turkish side, I think it's Trabzonspor, have been linked with him for a free contract. City have said no. They want £10 million, 10 to 13 million pounds. So, no one's paying that at the moment. Been linked with moves to France, but apparently don't want to go to France. Perhaps wants England. West Ham been linked with a loan move. I'd just say no if it's loan moves with these type of players, because it just really isn't doing anything for Man City, loaning these players out. Really doesn't. So I'd rather have a permanent transfer. I'd rather have a little bit less of a fee than have another loan, because what they're going to prove on loan, the value's going to go down next season, and we've wasted a year basically. I'd rather accept less and sell them permanently, have the money in, rather than loaning them and wasting a lot of time, because time is money, after all. Which is another problem we've got with Patrick Roberts. Patrick Roberts closing on a move to Celtic. I don't know if it's a loan or a permanent move. I did a Twitter poll the other day asking City and Celtic fans, would you be happy with a loan move for Patrick Roberts? And just one was they'd be happy with it to be a loan rather than permanent. But I think a lot of the City fans are voting for it to be permanent. I too want it to be a permanent move. I'd rather Celtic lumped up some money for him, because if he goes out on loan to Parkhead again, there's nothing that he hasn't already done in the SPL, so his value at this moment in time is the highest it's going to get, and another season in the SPL isn't going to get that value up anymore. So we may as well cash in on him now. Now, there's a few teams that have been linked with him in the Championship that I'm sure would love him on loan. If we're going to loan him, I'd rather loan him to the Championship or Premier League, prove himself in this country, rather than head back to Parkhead. Only head back to Parkhead if we sell him permanently, which means Celtic pay up, basically. Now, that's just my opinion. I'm not sure if Man City are going to do that, and I'm going to be quite annoyed if they sell him on loan to Celtic. That's just going to be frustrating, I think, for everybody. In the end, I think Patrick and Celtic will be delighted with a loan move to start with, but I think as the season progresses, I think all three parties will end up annoyed by it, because we'll just be in the same predicament next season and just wasted a year. Not good for anybody. Patrick Roberts' value will only go up if he moves permanently to Celtic and then manages to find another club from there if he wishes, or if he wants to stay, or if he goes out on loan in this country or abroad. Just not to Scotland. He's already done Scotland. It's a tick. It's a success there. Now, other players, Mangala getting linked with moves. Again, we're struggling to find any money for him. They're wanting around £10 million for him. Again, nothing. We're going to have to loan him as well. We're going to use him. He would be a useful centre-back option, actually. I mentioned before that we need a centre-back. If we can't sign one, he would really be a useful player to have as a fourth-choice centre-back. He can play on the left side. He can even swing in at left-back if he needs to. He's quick and powerful. With selected games, with slower players playing, he'd be actually quite good. And certainly be quite decent with teams that are going to sit deep, because he likes to push forward. So I wouldn't mind keeping Mangala if the worst comes to the worst, because I personally do rate him. I do think he's got a lot to prove if you give him a chance to play in the right games and the manager recognises which games he needs to play and which games he can't. Put him against pace, kind of struggles, makes a lot of mistakes, and you can't really afford a lot of mistakes against players that you can't catch up to. So that's simple. In Delph, he's been linked with Newcastle. Still nothing there. He's been linked with Stoke. Is he going to leave? Is he going to stay? Well, we got rid of Fernando. We're lacking on homegrown players. Perhaps he might stay. He's doing a lot in the I'm not seeing him a lot in the training. Not really featured in pre-season either. So that personally to me suggests that he may well not be here. So we'll have to wait and see what's happening for Delph. Nothing much there. A few of the other young players getting linked with moves to our clubs in Girona in Spain and in the Netherlands with Breda, so I expect to see a few of our young players head out there on loan too. Personally, I'd like to see some of our youngsters head out on loan in this country as well. I'm intrigued to see what's going to happen with the goalkeeping situation. They're going to go with Courage, I think his name is, or Grimshaw. They're going to loan one of them out. Where are they going to end up? I think that's quite interesting. They're going to use them for the EDS. We'll have to see. There you go. That is the transfer window. Obviously, we've got all our players that headed out on loan last week that went to Girona. Molos Moreno, all them lot headed out. Garcia. So we won't be seeing them in the City shirt this season, so we'll keep a progress on them with loan reports that will be coming throughout the season, so keep an eye out for them. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We've got the Man City review against Brighton. Man City got Brighton today, so we'll do a review for that. Probably out on Monday, because I'm going to be editing a vlog actually for Sunday, so keep an eye out for that one. That's for Leeds away. So this one's going out on Saturday. This is just before the match with Brighton, so if any transfers happen between, recorded the day before, so if any transfers happen between the Friday and Saturday, it'll be in next week's transfer update, so keep an eye out for that one as well. Lots of videos coming up. We've got the Premier League review coming up as well for all the matches. That'll be out Tuesday, and then we might have a Premier League transfer update again out sometime soon. But there's only 3 weeks left of the window, so there'll probably be 4 more Man City transfer updates between now and then. And hopefully we'll have a player or two to sign, and maybe 4 or 5 outgoings as well. And it gives us a lot to talk about. So, you know, subscribe, click the bell next to my name so you know when we're uploaded. I'll do player profiles when they get introduced, all my thoughts, lots of Man City videos to come, lots of reviews, previews, etc, etc. So enjoy all the content. It's been JSGC 171. Hope you all have a nice day. Peace. Ciao for now.